Hey guys, how's it going? This is Rob, and this is a public service announcement for you all. Go out and buy Puyo Puyo Tetris. If you have a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation 4, you owe it to yourself to buy this game. Unless you hate fun or puzzle games. If you absolutely hate Tetris or Puyo Puyo, you probably won't like this game. But I can't even imagine there's anybody out there that would hate those games because Tetris is ubiquitous, and it's ubiquitous for a reason. It's a really good game. Puyo Puyo is definitely less known. It's a Japanese game and created by Compile, and there's so many versions of Puyo Puyo out there. But we haven't received a whole lot of versions of Puyo Puyo here in America. We did back in the 16-bit era. If you ever played a game called Kirby's Avalanche or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, those are Puyo Puyo conversions. They took the Puyo Puyo game and just reskinned it with Nintendo characters for Kirby's Avalanche or with Sega characters for Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. But Puyo Puyo has its own set of characters, and you'll see them here. The main one is Arl and her sidekick Carbuncle. Now, what I didn't know is whether these characters that come up on the Tetris side of things are brand new or if they've existed for a while. Tetris is a weird beast in that it has like a lot of different licensing. I've seen Tetris made by many different kinds of companies, and so Sega being one of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the game. I'm not going to get really in depth into this, but just know that it's a combination of two awesome puzzle games that's a lot of fun. And you can actually play Tetris versus Puyo Puyo. So one guy's playing Tetris, one guy's playing Puyo Puyo.
Sega!
Or do it so that you can it'll alternate the play styles. You start playing Tetris, and then after a certain amount of time it switches to Puyo Puyo, and it's pretty crazy. And you can see it's frantic 4-player puzzle matchup. It is a 4-player game. It supports 4 players. And what's crazy is it has an adventure mode that has like a fully fleshed out story, including voice acting, and it was all revoiced for America. It was all redubbed. So that's pretty crazy. There's an online mode which I haven't tried, lessons, arcade, solo arcade. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of the adventure mode, even though the crux of the game really lies in the multiplayer mode. So I've actually gone through and done the first 7 here, or the first 6, and I've stopped right before we meet Arl. So to catch up on the story, you start out as Ringo, which is a Puyo Puyo character, and these characters do battle, and somehow Arl and another character, I can't remember, Amity, end up doing a battle in some other world, and because it's a video game, playing Puyo Puyo battles end up like making you warp around different dimensions or worlds or whatever, and end up teleporting into Ringo's world, and Ringo's apparently familiar with them, and they said, wouldn't it be crazy if we transported ourselves, or we got transported someplace else? And of course they do, and they get transported into a Tetris world, and they meet all these characters that are named after letters. The main character here is T, and he has a what do they call it? A shipmate named S. There's twins called L and J, and a dog scientist called I, but it's spelled like the Japanese I, which is AI. So anyway, we're getting to the point where we finally meet not Carl. Excuse me. We're getting to the point where we finally meet Arl and Carbuncle, and so we're gonna just check that out here, just so you can see a little bit of the voice acting.
Do not resist.
Hey! Don't come any closer! I'm warning you!
I love Arl.
Ooh, goo, goo.
That's Carbuncle, her
You
sidekick.
will do as I say. Surrender yourselves at once.
So up until this point, it's always been, you always play Tetris as one of the Tetris people on the ship, because this is a Tetris ship, and you're always fighting against the Puyo Puyo people who are not invaders, they're newcomers to the ship. They've accidentally teleported to the ship.
Get away! I'll never give in!
It looks like I'm going to play as Arl,
Someone help me!
which is the first time they're making me play a Tetris,
What's he
Puyo
doing
Puyo
to Arl?
character. There's Ringo. You can tell she's a Puyo character by the Puyo hair right there.
Gosh! What's
She's
going
also a
on?
Puyo character.
That big round robot's got Arl trapped! Arl, you hear me? Run! He's probably too fast to chase you! Run!
The voice acting is
Damn it,
decidedly
looks like he's
anime,
pretty
but in
athletic.
English.
Arl, don't move. We're gonna rescue you. Ringo? Amity? I'm so happy to see you. Us too. I'm glad you're all right. What was that piece of junk trying to do to you?
Excuse me?
It was horrible.
So if you're not into anime and these cute little characters, do not let that bother you. I promise you,
That sounds
underneath
awful.
all this is a very awesome
What
game.
sort of list of demands? My, he made me so uncomfortable, Ringo. He said I couldn't run in the hallway and not to drag my feet. He said I need to eat my veggies and I can't play with my food. He even lectured me about proper hand sanitization techniques. Oh,
Not really
dude,
sure what they're talking about here.
That's not
I
at
wasn't
all
paying
where I thought
attention.
this was headed. You see what I mean? Ringo, you know how much I hate all that manner stuff. Goo goo goo.
My apologies. Meet Zed, the last member of the Tetris crew. He means well, but I guess he can overdo it some days.
It's funny when my kids walked in and as I was playing this, they're like, "Who's the girl in purple?" Like, no, that's a boy. It's
So
just
this
Japanese.
means your friend?
That's correct.
So, you're gonna expect the same list of demands too, huh? Is that it?
No.
We shall do battle before I ever give in to your oppressive
Given how
demands.
like crazy these lines are, they actually deliver them very well.
Have it your way.
Good
I'm
luck,
gonna have
T. This is pretty much how
Man.
we handle all our problems.
Just leave her to me.
Bring on the Puyo Puyo!
Bring on the Tetris.
It's time to battle!
So they're gonna make me play Tetris again. I hate playing Tetris. I mean, I like the game of Tetris, but I want to play as the Puyo characters, and so far they haven't let me. So as you can tell here, it's just a standard game of Tetris, and on the other side is standard game of Puyo Puyo, and it does have the option to do holds and stuff like that. I don't like that. But you see, when I do a Tetris here, she's going to get attacked on that side, as you would expect. But of course, she's attacked with Puyo Puyo style of an attack.
Fireball!
Oh shit. I screwed that up. So, and when she attacks with Puyos, I get a Tetris style of attack, but they look like Puyos.
Ow!
I can't believe I screwed that up over there. It's not gonna be a Tetris. So, oh well.
Spin attack.
Whatever. You should be close to dead. Alright, I'm gonna Tetris here. She's not dead yet. So in Puyo, if you've never played that before, you only die if your feeder column gets filled up. That was a screw up on that one. And use a, there it is. Surprised she's not dead. There it is.
I never back down.
Well,
Poor Arl.
that was fun! Goo goo goo!
Is everyone satisfied now? Are we all
So
safe and
every
sound?
time they battle, like, the losers, I was like, oh, that was cool, thanks. Thanks for beating me up. Thanks for beating me in battle.
Puyo's just now.
Affirmative.
I know, right? I was surprised at first too. He calls the whole thing Tetris.
Huh.
Ooh, we've been to so many worlds, but there's always something new to learn. The world's a big place. Goo! What matters is we're all together again. Now we just need to figure out how to get home. Usually we just pop Puyos until it teleports us back. Goo goo!
Do I finally get to play as a Puyo character? Oh, come on.
T, what's happening?
That's the Tetris emergency alarm.
Of course. What else would it be?
Pee pee! Pee pee! Pee pee!
So that's his sidekick. It's a lot like Carbuncle, but instead of saying Goo Goo,
Let's
it
get
says
to the
Pee
car.
Pee Pee Pee.
Something's happening. We need to hurry.
Let's move before our predicament gets...
Alright, and it also appears like Ringo is the main character in this. So, oh, good! Puyo versus Puyo. Good, 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 good. Finally, I get to play Puyo. Alright, so this is good. I'll give you a game of each.
Hey! Get away from there, you blobs!
S, status report.
Can't you figure out what's happening?
Huh? I'm not sure what you mean.
These blobs just showed and we've lost control over the... Oh no. I feel like we run into these sorts of problems a lot when we travel around. T? Aren't you the captain? Do something!
There's nothing I can do. They're all over the controls.
Pee 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 pee! Pee 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 pee!
What's that? He says we're caught in that planet's gravitational... Everyone, brace for impact. We're going to crash.
Did you say
Go.
crash?
Slightly louder than average screaming.
Everyone, we need to
Okay.
pop these Puyos as Goo goo! Goo goo! Right, let's
Did she say
do
as
it.
ASAP as possible? That's redundant.
Ringo, I want teach me how you pop Puyos.
You got it. And later, teach me how to clear those Tetraminos, okay? I mean, only if we survive, of course.
Ringo, I'm fairly sure you just jinxed us.
We'll be fine. All you need to do is connect 4 Puyos of the same color.
So this
There's
game
some other
really
stuff, like
assumes that you
garbage
don't know how to play
Puyos
Puyo
and
Puyo,
chains.
but you have played Tetris.
But I'm sure you'll figure
Because they
it
don't
all
explain
out.
anything
Easy
about the
peasy.
Tetris part.
Huh?
They just let you start playing.
Exactly.
Puyo Puyo battle!
I hate playing as this guy. Alright, so my Puyo strategy is a little different than a lot of people's, I think. A lot of people go for chains, and I go for big explosions. So let's do this. All you need to do is get 4 Puyos of the same color to touch. I'm purposefully making it so that 4 Puyos are not touching. What I'm doing is, oh here, perfect. Is, see, I can't put that one there. So I don't want the green ones to touch either. I actually don't want them to pop. So I could just pop those, but I want to put more greens.
You got it.
That's not good. Alright, so I need some greens. Well, not any greens would be nice. So I'm just going to discard those. There's a green. And there's another green. Alright, so now if I pop this blue, you can see all the blues are going to dissipate. Getting rid of the clear ones. And then I make a huge chain. And it's going to just shit all over her. See? So, I don't do a lot. Yeah, it was such a big...
I never back down.
The chains were so huge. It was only like a 2 or 3 chain. But it was so big, it just crushed her. A lot of people play with like smaller chains that go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't mess with that. Anyway, let's explore some of the options here. And see what we see as far as like solo arcade. Oh, here's the options data. Okay, so just pretty standard stuff. What's the stat stuff? Okay, this might be... Okay, so it's probably for online stuff. Shop lets you buy... I've seen this before. I think it lets you buy... Yeah. So it lets you buy different... Oh, I already have credits. So I can buy different style of Puyos. Oh, look at this. The Marolians are from Space Channel 5. Capsules, flat, retro, alphabet. That's funny. Chalk style. Wow, those are expensive. I'm gonna go with I'll go with retro. Yeah, sure, why not? Cool. Let me see if I can shop for Tetris stuff. So what would be cool here? Something cheap. We'll go with crystal. Alright, so I pretty much spent a lot of money there. Alright, so now I should be able to customize them when I do play. So, solo arcade, there's party, all these modes. I don't have time to explore all of these, and I'm only here by myself, so just go out and buy this game. It's a fantastic game. You basically play Puyos versus Tetris, and if you're good at Tetris, see, this is a dream game for me because I have friends that are really good at Tetris that don't know how to play Puyo Puyo that well. So if we play Puyo Puyo, I crush them, but if we play Tetris, they crush me. So this is a perfect game to allow us to play against each other and each play our own favorite game. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring this out to your attention. If you have a Nintendo Switch, this is also out for the Switch. I'm playing it for the PS4, obviously. I just like the controller better. If you buy it for the PS4, you have to buy the digital, no, the opposite. You have to buy the physical version. They don't have a digital release as far as I know, which is cool with me because I always buy physical copies. If you want to buy it on the Switch, you can buy the physical one for 40 bucks or the digital one for 30 bucks. So you do get a bit of a discount, which is finally, that's the way it should be. You know, if you're going to buy it digitally, it should be cheaper since there's no packaging, there's no shipping, there's no overhead from retailers, etc., etc. So at least they do that. If you buy it from Amazon right now, you can get the PlayStation one is like, even though it's digital, it's crazy because the PlayStation one is 30 bucks physical, and the Nintendo Switch is 40 bucks physical, which doesn't make any sense. But if you buy from Amazon, you can buy the physical versions for 20% off right now within the first 2 weeks of release. Or if you have the Best Buy Gamers Club unlocked, you can get it for 20% off. So in any case, even if you buy it at full price, if you buy the PS4 version, it's 30 bucks. So for 30 bucks, it's a no-brainer. Go out and buy this game. It's fantastic. All right, guys, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. Please give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like. And again, if you want to challenge me at Puyo Puyo or Tetris or Puyo Puyo Tetris, you know, I see it has a long line mode. I generally don't play online, but I might start playing online now. So just let me know. All right, guys, until next time.